Welcome. I'm Zach Red, brother Zach Red. I've also been known as Zer Smash, and today we are going to do a couple of builds, actually 3 builds. First, we're going to start with the Building Batman build. The second build we're going to do is the actually, I think we'll probably do Frank Castle or the Punisher first, then Batman, and then Captain America. Um, let's get into this. So Frank Castle. I have it written for my personal notes that he is a Purple Dragon Knight Fighter, 12 levels, and RD3 levels. I called it the Dual Arbalister build. So we are going to Specialist, because I'm not going to do these as 15th level characters. I'm going to do these as 7. It takes me about 20 minutes to 22 minutes for most of my 7th level builds. And then we'll have a chance to play a quest with the character. We are going to go with Artificer. Artificer path. Customize, because you always customize Artificers because they are an advanced class. They're an advanced class, which means um, you can't do a path with Artificers. I'm going to go with a race that's fairly large. We're going to go with ASMR. Let's see, strength is going to be fairly high, so we're going to go 13. Dex is going to be fairly high, we're going to go 12. Con is going to be ridiculously high, so 16. Intelligence, he's not overly intelligent, but he's not dumb either. So we're going to go intelligence and wisdom of 13. And then he's fairly charismatic, so we're going to go with 13 charisma. Next. He's going to have all of the standard thief style skills. So disable device at 4 points. Open lock at 4 points. Search at 4 points. And spot at 4 points. And then I'm going to spend my last couple of points here on 2 in haggle and 2 in use magic device. Oh, I don't have my chat up. Probably helped have my chat up, huh? There. We'll go over here. Pop out chat. I'm gonna pull this over to here. And then drag this to here. There. Drag this to there. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but trust me, it's going to improve the quality of the stream. Okay. Reduce this. Okay. Users in chat. Nobody yet. Okay. I'm going to switch sitting positions here. Oh, that won't work. That won't work. I better just reposition this way. Oh, that hurts my leg. Here. Can I put the leg here? Will that work? Yep, that'll work. Okay, racial bonus feat. We're gonna go with the 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 bond of the fallen instead of bond of the protector. I think it's more appropriate for my build of Frank Castle. And then we're gonna go point blank shot because we are gonna go dual arbalister. Let me see. My notes say he is a 12 and 3. I have 7. That's roughly half of 12 and 3. So we're gonna do. Let's go 2 and 5. Let's go 5 fighter, 2 arty. So conjure bolts. Obviously, you gotta have that. Shocking bolt. You gotta have that. Flaming bolt, you gotta have that. Next. Next. Then we're gonna do cosmetic. So I actually like that build so far, except for I'm gonna change his skin tone. And then the metallic structure of or the metallic coloring, we're going to pull that down or pull that up to black so that it is not glare. We're going to change the facial detail. Oops, does that? There we go. No tattoo. Actually, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good example of what he would look like. So let's name him Frankie. Frankie Castillo. We're not going to go lawful good. We're going to go chaotic good. Great. Can't take that. It's taken. I figured it would be. I.e. Yep. Let's go FRANQ. Frank. Yeah, that was taken. I figured it would be. How about with a UE? Frank. Done. There we go. So I'm going to do this a little differently today than I normally do it. I'm going to create the first level version of the character, and then I'm going to come back and create them as their leveled character. Create. We're going to create Batman or Bruce Wayne. Not iconic. We're going to go. Okay, so in my notes, Batman is a Purple Dragon Knight 3, Pally 12. So we're actually going to go, again, we're going to reverse that. It's going to be two fighter and 5 Pally. Actually, I'm going to go 1 fighter, 1 arty, 5 Pally. Please watch it when you walk through there. The TV rocked. No big deal, just please watch it when you're going through there, okay? Okay, so we're going to do... let's do fighter level first. Fighter, we're going to go Dragon Lord instead of a regular fighter. When I put this list together, Dragon Lord didn't exist yet. I mean, they were in the system, but they weren't in DDO yet. So, so I have it listed as fighter. It should be listed as not Purple Dragon Knight, but Dragon Lord. So, oh, we're gonna go male. Obviously, for Batman, we're gonna go male. I mean, I could do a gender swap, but I'm not cool with gender swaps on the old heroes. You know, I understand where people come from for the gender swaps, but I'm not much into it. And this is my character. I'm building it the way I want to build it, so I'm not going to do a gender swap. Human. We are going to do human. He's a fairly strong guy. We're going to 14 strength. We're going to 12 dex. We're going to 14 con. Intelligence. He never appeared to be that intelligent to me, and this... Oh, wait. I'm thinking about somebody else. Charismatic. He's definitely charismatic. We're going to name him a 14 in charisma. Let me check something out real quick here. Make sure. Yes. Okay. What do we got here? Hidden from blocked user viewer. So there are the the merch site, the PayPal site, and the Patreon site. I am fundraising for an HVAC bill that needs paid. All funds given today will go to paying for a costly HVAC bill. Um, so if you feel inclined to donate through PayPal or donate through Patreon or just pick up some merch from Streamlabs, that'd be great. I have 2 points left to spend. Spend them in strength, giving him a 15. Intimidate. He definitely has an intimidate score pretty high. Repair, jump, swim. Jump and swim deserve a little bit of a head nod. 8 points. We're going to do haggle, 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use magic device because even though it isn't quite appropriate, it is in the world. So, next. Okay, we're going to do. He's a solo guy, so I don't really care what I do with that. We're going to do least dragon mark of finding. No. Least dragon mark of sentinel. And then we're also going to take luck of heroes if I can find it. There it is. Luck of heroes. Next. Luck of heroes, which gives a bonus to fortitude, reflex, and will saves of 1 each. Next. Okay. Now he's going to have short hair. I want to go with. I'd like to go with this, but that just makes him look like a. I don't know, like a. What do you call him? Oh, the word escapes me. Ultra boy. He looks like an ultra boy. So we're gonna go with. That's not bad. I really like. Oh, actually, this would be really similar to. Not that. What's the one before that? That one? No. So I've lost it. I'm gonna go with that. And then we're gonna change the facial hair. Not that. Not that. I like. For this one, I like either this, what I call the swashbuckler, or I like the. Yep, and then we're going to go a little bit more blue in the eye. I like that. I like that look, yeah. Okay, we're going to call him Bruised Wayne. And then surname's going to be the Bad Man. And let's see, we're going to go Pally, right? We're going to go Pally with these. Yes, he's going to have 5 Pally, 1 Fighter, and 1 Artie. So we are going to need to go Lawful Good for alignment because that's our only choice. Because we're going to have Paladin levels, and Paladins have to be Lawful Good. Okay. Cappy, cappy, can't you see? Male. Now my Cappy build is 2 Scourge, 13 Pally. So we're going to go half of each of those numbers. We're going to go 6. 6 Pally. And 1 Ranger. But I could go Artie actually. No. What else? Ranger maybe? I'm just going to go solid Pally for 7 levels, I guess, to start off with this one. We're going to go male class. Paladin. Not Sacred Fist. Path. I'm not going to choose a path. I'm going to customize completely. I kind of want to go ASMR for him as well, but what else do I have? Half-Orc's not appropriate. Tiefling's definitely not appropriate. Warforged not appropriate. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and go ASMR. I'm going to give him a strength. All these builds are close to the same stat builds. And the reason I do that is because most of these people are good or better than average at everything. So stats being the same basic build, you're going to have no negative modifiers. You're going to have all positive modifiers. And that will make them better, even unskilled. Things that they're unskilled at, things they've never learned, they're going to be better than the average person at. Dex 13, Wisdom 13, Intelligence 13, Strength 15. Next. 1, 2, 3 in concentration, 1, 2 in diplomacy, 1, 2 in heal, 1, 2 in intimidate, and 1, 2, 3 in haggle. I'm going to take the dodge. I guess dodge is okay. And then we're going to take a racial bonus feat. We're definitely going to take the Bond of Protector as opposed to Bond of the Fallen. I mean, he's Captain America. He's like the quintessential, the quintessential paladin. And then we're going to grab a follower feat. Follower of Arion is for quarterstaves. Aladra is for sickles. Onatar is for warhammers, I believe, which is probably gonna be the one I take. Because I'm gonna give him a hammer and make it out to be his Mjolnir, you know, because eventually he's bad enough to pick it up. Follower of the Blood of Vol is daggers. I don't think that's appropriate. Silver Flame is longbows, again not appropriate. And follow the Sovereign Host, which is longswords. So the choice really for me for this build is between longswords and hammers. Now, longsword is the quintessential paladin weapon. Most of your paladins will use longswords. Most of paladins in history, most paladins in fantasy, most paladins everywhere, they use longswords. But I don't want to be the same as them. I'm going to go Onatar. Next. Again, we're going to go black on that glare. That is way too light of skin for him. So I'm going to go as eye color with my skin color. Skin color. Oh, yeah, because they chose. Go a little darker. There we go. Let's change the eyes to actual eyes instead of the... There. That works. Nose. I think that's a better nose for him. Lips. We want something that either smiles or semi-smiles. Most of the ASMR lips don't look like smiles, so I think this is as close as we're going to get. This right here. Facial hair. Now, Cappy doesn't have facial hair, I don't believe, except in some instances of him. Some versions of him have it. So I'm going to take the long sideburns and the soul patch on the chin. Hairstyle should be short, but could be semi-long. It could be like a medium length hair. Oh yeah, I wish I could do this with this character. That's just not appropriate for him. That one is pretty good. with the the sideburns connect to the lamb chops. So um, that's gonna do it for that. And then we're gonna change the facial detail to no tattoo. Oftentimes on these ASMRs, I'll go with either no tattoo or I'll go with this tattoo, which to me looks like kind of a harp kind of design. If you filled in the other side, it would look like a harp design. And I like it in all of its color iterations. So I like it in black, I like it in purple, I like it in the light blue, I like it in yellow, I like it in orange, I like it in white. So, but for this character, I am not going to go with one of those. I'm just going to go no tattoo. I don't think it's actually a tattoo though. It's basically an emblem or an anthema, right? Okay, Captain America. How are we gonna do this? Let's do Roger, uh, Stevens. I can't do that, can I? Can I do? That's too many letters. Roger Stevens. Oh, Cappy. And he is going to be lawful good because, again, we're going to need paladin levels. Great. There's 7 paladin levels for him. So, check users in chat. Okay. Then again, we're going to go with Frank Castillo first. Level him up to 7. Let's start level 7. Frank Castillo. That Batman's going to be that one. So Frank Castillo is a what do we say? 2 5 fighter. Who are you? 2 5 fighter. 2 Where did I start at? Did I start as an Artie? I did. Okay, so I need one more level Artie, so specialist Artie. Disc dev 1 point. Open lock 1 point. Search 1 point. Spot 1 point. Lock we did. And then we're going to do haggle. Next. Typically grab curative admixture cure light, but that's going to be easy enough to get through his trees, so I'm going to choose resist energy instead. And then we're going to go melee, fighter. We're not going to go Dragon Lord for him, we're actually going to go standard fighter. Just dev. Oh, fighter. Fighter levels. So fighter levels, we're going to choose is intimidate. 1, 2, 3. Next. Class feat. Class feat is going to be resilience. And then our regular feat is going to be Die Hard. I think Die Hard is very appropriate for Frank Castle. So Die Hard, what it does, you automatically stabilize when incapacitated. So I think that's what happened to him when he became the Punisher. He was killed, they thought, but basically he was knocked unconscious. He was knocked unconscious and taken down to negative hit points. But then he could have been taken down as far as -9 hit points, looks dead to everybody, and then get up later. So I think that's exactly what happened. That's very indicative to me of what happens in the Punisher movie that I'm familiar with. We're gonna up one of these stats. Charisma not necessarily appropriate. Uh, wisdom not necessarily appropriate. Intelligence not necessarily appropriate. I'm gonna bump con by a point. It's a long gain for con because it's a con of 17, but we're also, I believe, gonna get a con 3 belt, and that'll up me to 20 con. So then we're gonna have fighter intimidate 3 points, and then we get second wind for free. He's a dual arbalister, so we're not going to go proficiency bastard sword. I almost said broadsword. Broadswords and bastard swords are not the same thing. If somebody tells you a bastard sword and a broadsword are the same thing, they're wrong. If Tough RPG decides to say that, he's wrong. We're going to go precise shot. So there's the thing about this build, this Frank Castle build, is he's too arty. He's too arty because he's going to be using a rune arm. And that's going to be heavy firepower, the rune arm. And then the reason he is a 7 fighter or 5 fighter for now is that he's going to get a first level, a second level, and a fourth level fighter feat. And those fighter feats are going to be spent on things that make him more Frank Castle-y. So melee fighter. And even though I'm taking, even though it says melee, I'm not going to be a melee fighter. I'm going to be a ranged fighter. 3 in intimidate. I can't do that, so I'm going to put 2 in intimidate and 1 in use magic device. Melee fighter. Intimidate, of course. And put 1 in use magic device, 1 haggle. Next. A class feat. That's going to be these yellow ones. I want to take. Combat expertise is not inappropriate, but expertise mode yourself -5 attack rolls, but gain. It says attack rolls. It doesn't say melee attack rolls. So I guess we're going to go ahead and take combat expertise for our class feat. And then I would like to take dodge, but I can't. What else? Tactical training. I think it's appropriate to give him tactical training, but I don't need it. Brutal throw. We're going to brutal throw. Hit somebody with a grenade, throwing it at him from long range, hit him with it, do damage, and then it drops to the floor, and then it blows up. Finish. And then one more level of fighter. Fighter flight. Uh, Intimidate, of course. Haggle to get that up to 5. And then let's do 1 in swim. Finish. Before we part, I still have more tales to tell, which I do. We're going to do ASMR 1. Use an extra healing hands per rest. That is the other thing that could have happened, in my opinion. In D&D pen and paper, we have this thing for healers where they can cast healing on themselves before they go negative. So it's possible that he had healing hands, It's possible that he cast on himself before he died, and he still went to -9, and then he got up later. So it's like through all things, he still got up. I like to tell myself a little story when I read these characters. True resilience, no. We're gonna take a point of charisma, and then bond protection now grants plus 2% dodge. Nice. And then we're gonna go into Arcanotech. Actually, first we're going to go into a Renegade Master Maker. We're going to take that 10 hit points that I get right there. We're going to take Cure Light 2, and Cure Light 3. Cure Light 3 makes the Cure Light happen with a spell point cost of 2 versus 6, and it has a cooldown of 6 seconds. So now we're going to take hit points, 15 maximum hit points. We're going to take Armor Mastery to get a 3 bonus to armor class and a 3 bonus to maximum dexterity bonus. This will up full plate from a maximum dexterity bonus of 1 to maximum dexterity bonus of 4. Okay, then I'm going to go over here, Arcanotech, and we're going to trade in Harper for Arcanotech. What's in the searching spot? Hit point, hit point, hit point. Hero companion? No, that's not him. Do I have any spell points right now? I do. So I'm going to up my spell points by 30. Accept, close. And I'll worry about his actual stuff later, but yeah, that's what we're going to do for now. Still have more tales to tell. Close. Speak to the Minotaur and collect my things. Pretty light on his feet. That's good. Select Artificer Gear, because if you don't select Artificer Gear, you don't get spell components. Let's pull this to the side. See how that armor looks on him. Actually, that's not bad armor for him. I've now been on 45 minutes. We're going to take a 5-minute break and see you in 5 minutes. Be right back. Welcome back. Again, I'm your brother. I'm your host, Brother Zach Red. We are doing DDO builds today. So far, we have started the Cappy build, we have finished the Frankie Castillo build, and we have started the Roger Stevens Old Cappy build. Um, oh, that one I already said, yeah. So the other one we did was what? Ah, Bruised Wayne, the bad man. So we're going to move on to Bruised Wayne, the bad man. I'm going to stat him out and all that for a level. First thing we're going to do, pull some of these cosmetics out of inventory because I don't need them. I mean, the only problem is we didn't like using the heaters to begin with. The only reason we were using them is we had to. We basically had to use them. Yeah, doesn't. Has that been shut? It's blowing on your legs. Oh, okay. Get this guy upstairs. We're gonna take the rags off. Boom, 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 boom. Electro level 7, please. Where you start as a firefighter, firefighter. Well, here's rain, and this is fire. Yes, indeed. I'm wondering about something. I know that I made it so that other people can't activate it more than once per stream, but can I? No, I can't either. Awesome. So if I claim it, no one else can. Awesome. The bad man. The bad man. 3 fighter 12 pally. 3 fighter 12 pally. Let me see here. It's going to be one half of that. So 6 pally, 1 fighter. 6 pally, 1 fighter. And what am I now? 6 pally, 1 fighter. What am I now? 1 fighter. So now I need my 6 pally. 6 pally also has a thing that it can do. 6 pally in a day will give you the sixth level little benefit from your religion. Fighter, melee, pally, 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 pally. Standard pally. Do high score in class feat. We're not going to do Die Hard for him. So Die Hard would be pretty typical for a Batman build, but I am not going to do that. What? Oh, this is okay. I see what's going on. Batman. Batman. Batman is going to use the long sword, so he's going to use the Sovereign Host. Sovereign Host. Smooth. Melee. Paladin. We have 4. We're going to concentration. He did learn how to be fairly monkish, so we'll use concentration. Concentration as a meditation, and then we're not going to give him Die Hard, but we are going to give him Force of Personality. Force of Personality is a feat. Requires you to have a Charisma 13, and it adds your Charisma modifier to your will saves instead of your Wisdom modifier. Now, in pen and paper, there's a version of Force of Personality that is Charisma modifier in addition to Wisdom modifier, but this is not that version. So the reason being, I think that it works for both, is that paladins have to have an okay wisdom score because that is what their spells are based on. They have to have a charisma spell for their lay on hands and their turns. They have to have a good strength for weapons. They have to have a good dex for weapons, and they have to have a good constitution for hit points. And so there's no, I guess there's no bad stat that you can just dump your crappy stat into for a paladin. You have to have pretty much all good stats. Paladin. Take a 16 strength. Three in concentration, one in intimidate. Melee. Pally, 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 pally. One in concentration, two in intimidate, one half into haggle. Next, finish. Melee. Paladin. Concentration one, intimidate one, and haggle two. Next. For her durability and religious lore we get for free. And then I'm going to take, I think what I'm going to take is a skill feat. I'm going to take negotiator. +2 bonus on diplomacy and haggle checks. Next. And one final level in Paladin. Concentration, intimidate, and haggle. Defeats unyielding sentinel or sovereignty. You are a devoted follower of the sovereign host, and your faith has been rewarded. Activate this ability to fully heal hit point damage done to a targeted ally or self. Um, remove all ability damage, death to penalty effects, negative levels, and the conditions bleeding, blinded, confused, dazed, dazzled, Definitely, it's exhausted, fatigued, feeble-minded, insanity, nauseated, poisoned, and stunned. So there you go. Okay, and then we're going to, before we part, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Dragon Lord 1. If he had one to resist, it would probably be poison because that's like a con thing. And then we're gonna take. Oh, is that one higher? That's one level higher than he has. Okay, well, I don't care. Do Vanguard Pally, Inquisitive, Sacred Defender Pally. Sacred Defender Pally. We're gonna take all of my lay on hands. We're gonna take all of my armor bonus. We're gonna take all of my Bulwark Aura. I'm gonna take my enhanced. Wait, take Sacred Defense first. Then take my enhanced Sacred Defense. We're gonna go hit points for a 10%, 15%, 25% bonus to hit points. Then we're going to take Divine Righteousness, which is the next one that is necessary for. Okay, Channel Divinity, you gain temporary hit points equal to your Charisma score and a 200% bonus to threat generation for 60 seconds. The benefit of this really is that later it unlocks this one. This one requires Paladin level 12 and 20 points spend entry, but the following spells are added to the Paladin spell list. At level 2, Raise Dead. At level 3 spells, Resurrection. At level 4 spells, True Resurrection. And passive, you gain +5 to physical and magical resistance rating. And then we're going to grab this. We're going to grab Saving Throw bonus, 2 and 3. We're going to grab another level of Charisma. And then we're going to Greater Sacred Defense. We're going to go with Constitution. Say +2, +4, +6 bonus to Constitution while in my stance. Accept and close. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna select Paladin gear, and then we're going to tell this guy to take us in, Captain.
Something strange has been sighted off the
I'm
coast
not
of
getting
Soma
ad
near the
notifications in
mysterious
my
Isle of Dread. Speak to Will,
chat.
the
I wonder
gatekeeper
why.
from Stormreach Harbor, to learn more about this land of dinosaurs and danger.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Be right back.
Trying out some of this stuff here. Preach. Okay. We are about the 1 hour mark. In order to be time for me to get up and stretch my legs a little bit, I'm going to wait for another 10 minutes to do that. 6 minutes. We'll wait 6 minutes to do that. And then we'll come back for our last 20 minutes of the stream and actually do some plays on these. Should take me 6 to 8 minutes for each run of the quest I'm doing. That's why I'm going to try to go to the bank now and put them together cosmetically. Bruce Wayne, put on his armor first. Put the patrol's res, put on his goggles, his boots, his ring, put on his shield, another ring, pair of racers, some gloves, a necklace, a belt, turn on details. Did I? Oh, I probably jumped down before I got my weapon, didn't I? Sometimes I do that. I jump down before even grabbing my weapon. I'll grab a scimitar. Now I'm done. Take him to the bank. Attack this guy at the bank. Turn off his cloak cosmetically. Yeah, this armor is not appropriate at all. Check out users in chat. Anybody here yet? Nope, nobody's here yet. Okay. Cosmetics. Royal. Do I have any of my anniversary armor? That would probably be the best. Oh, here's the helmet we're going to use. Yeah. Okay, so either probably the Brutish Gross because I don't see the other one I was going to use. So we're going to grab this. Okay, and that's okay. So he's got the Brutish Gross or Curtis, maybe. Don't ask me how that's pronounced. Inventory. I'm going to put on his Batman helmet. I'm Batman. So now he's got his Batman helmet and his Batman armor. Looks pretty good. Take a gander here around the character. Pretty dark armor. Um, heavy belt plate, heavy chest plate, heavy shoulder plates, and then fairly light or fairly heavy chainmail. That should do that. We'll be right back. We will stat up we will cosmetic up the Cappy build, and we will cosmetic up the Frank Castillo build. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Back. Bye. Be right back. Mm.
Acknowledge me! Acknowledge me! The whole world acknowledge me.
Bye, buddy.